Welcome to Top Stories of the Week, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ngullie. Happy Ahuna to all our Sumi brothers and sisters. Pork is bay. We are a very simple people. We want only 5 plates of pork for each of us here. Thank you. May the Ahuna bring the Sumi people and all the people of Nagaland peace and prosperity. Now back to the news, ladies and gentlemen. The war in Israel continues, but there are a lot of other crazy events happening in India and across the world. Here are the top stories of the week. Looks like there's no way Israel is ready to let go. The terrorists, Hamas, probably didn't expect this kind of a response. Now, because of them, they and the innocent Palestinians are paying a terrible, terrible price, ladies and gentlemen. The Israel and Hamas war is only getting worse. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has repeated no ceasefire until and unless the terrorists release the hostages they took when they made the mistake of attacking Israeli civilians on October 7th. There will be no ceasefire without the release of the Israeli hostages, the Israeli Prime Minister declared on X on Thursday. The Israel Defense Forces had said on Wednesday too that Israel won't let the Hamas win, and Israel will rebuild its communities in southern Israel and will continue to live their lives there. The IDF has been destroying Hamas tunnels in Gaza since the beginning of the ground invasion. In addition to the tunnels, the IDF said other underground infrastructure such as command centers have been destroyed. While Israel is not giving in to the demands for a ceasefire, especially from global leaders, it is reportedly negotiating with the Hamas to release hostages. There are reportedly 2 proposals in this regard, ladies and gentlemen. One proposal involves a small number of people to be released, and the other involves the release of about 100 or more civilians being held in Gaza, according to officials, which the New York Times reported earlier. The Hamas terror group is said to have more than 240 hostages in Gaza, according to Israeli officials. According to the first proposal, Hamas would have to release about 10 to 20 civilian hostages, including Israeli women and children, as well as foreigners, including Americans. In exchange, Israel will put a brief pause to the hostilities, according to the reports. It would be followed by a larger release of about 100 civilians if both the sides agreed. After starting the fire, ladies and gentlemen, the Hamas is now asking for a brief pause, along with more humanitarian aid, fuel for hospitals, and release of women and children in Israeli prisons. Israeli authorities have, however, expressed uncertainty about releasing their prisoners. I think you might have seen the YouTube video by a certain YouTuber earlier asking northeastern people from which state use they prefer most, and most of them answered Nagaland. Kenny Ritze from Nagaland on Sunday took the Miss Northeast 2023 crown at a pageant at Kengda in Sikkim. The Chief Minister of Sikkim, Prem Singh Tamang, hosted the pageant. Also, the reigning Miss Nagaland, Hikali Achumi, won the subtitle Miss Beautiful Smile. Do you know that the first Miss Nagaland competition took place in 1989? I think it was a certain Miss Lipokla, but I'm not really clear on that history. And also, I'm told that in Nagaland state doesn't send competitors to the Femina Miss India, which is a national level crown event. So what they do is they hold separate auditions for Nagaland. That's what I read, and it was surprising for me. The winner of the auditions from Nagaland is then sent to Femina Miss India to represent the state. A 9-year-old girl in Lakhichera Basti of Kashar district of Assam on Sunday night was found dead inside a dense forest area. Reports said she had failed to return home from a relative's place where she had gone to attend puja rituals. Her dead body was recovered on Monday morning. The Superintendent of Police of Kachar, Numal Mahata, said no stone would be left unturned to catch the culprits responsible for the horrific crime. Sporadic incidences of violence continue to be reported from Manipur. At least 10 people, including 2 policemen, sustained injuries after a gun battle broke out on Tuesday at Kangchup Hill area in Manipur. 7 people were admitted to the hospital. Two of them were identified as policemen. In fact, the other injured were said to be village volunteers. Raj Medicity Hospital there said that the 3 people had been admitted so far, among whom 2 had bullet injuries. The situation became volatile in the state after 2 youths disappeared on Sunday. The police had launched search operations at several places in the wake of the incident. Ladies and gentlemen, the governor of Nagaland, La Ganesan, denounced the alleged comments of DMK leader R.S. Bharati in Tamil Nadu that Nagas were dog eaters. We talked about this earlier. The governor said in a statement that the unwarranted assumption branding the entire Naga community as dog eaters was not only in poor taste. He said such a remark also maligns India's diverse and dignified cultures. Nagaland is home to a rich and varied heritage where every tribal group has its unique culture and tradition. That's what the governor said. The BJP Nagaland unit also on Tuesday said that the ethnicity and race of a community is never defined by its food habits. Bharati has no right to insult the identity of the Naga people based on their food habits. That's what the BJP leaders told the media earlier. Of course, they also made it a point to note that the statement was a serious racial discrimination in this regard. There is at last a place in Mumbai where we can lodge in if you are traveling there. The Nagaland house at Navi in Mumbai is fit for use and can be occupied after consultations with the Chief Minister of Nagaland. The reason the Nagaland house could not be used even after the building was completed for more than a decade was for this reason. There was no occupation certificate from the Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation. The Committee on Government Assurance of Nagaland Legislative Assembly, led by Kuzoluzo Nina, along with officials from the Nagaland Home, PWD Department and Assembly officials, visited Nagaland House at Navi Mumbai on November 6 and on November 7th for verification. They sought to know why, even after 13 years of completion of the building, it still wasn't being used. Beside an inspection, there were high-level meetings with top officials of Maharashtra, including Chief Minister Manoj Saunik, Principal Secretary for Environment and Chairman of Maharashtra Coastal Zone Management Authority, Praveen Darade. It was informed that the Nagaland House building was now outside of the Coastal Regulation Zone as per the new Coastal Zone Management Plan of 2019. It can be occupied anytime if it's a fit case for occupation. That's what the chairman said. However, it will go ahead with occupation after consultation with the Chief Minister of Nagaland. It was informed that it had taken more than 13 years because of the unavailability of occupation certificate from the Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation. That was the report. The land had previously fallen under the Coastal Regulation Zone. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nagaland Municipal Bill 2023 of Nagaland has been passed, replacing the previous Nagaland Municipal Act of 2001. The 2023 bill is now in act. Ladies and gentlemen, the new legislation was passed in the Nagaland Legislative Assembly during a special session of the Assembly on November 9th in Kohima. The 33% reservation of seats for women is intact, but there is no reservation for women to the post of chairperson. The bill was introduced on September 12, but was withdrawn in the first assembly session because of a number of changes that had to be made again. Besides the reservation of seats for women to the post of chairperson, another clause that has been removed is the land and property taxation. It has been removed too. After getting the new municipal bill through, the Nagaland government told the Supreme Court on Friday that the process for the elections will be completed by April 31st, 2024. The death toll in Haryana's huge tragedy has increased to 16, according to a police official. Ladies and gentlemen, they had reportedly consumed spurious liquor in Yamuna Naga. According to reports, some persons accused in the case have been identified too. Some have been arrested and are being interrogated, update said. Police say to have arrested 7 people in connection with this case, and they are on police remand right now. That's what the officials say. Thank you for watching Hornbill TV, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ngullie. See you next time.